Houston, Texas. Please welcome our judges to the stage and Avery.
Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi there. Hi. Hello. Hey. Cool. Everyone doing good? Yeah, awesome. Cool. Judges, all ready? Yeah? Ready? Cool. Everyone good? Great. Music, please. Sorry, can I get that a little bit louder? All right, can we restart that one more time, please? Time. Hi, my name is Avery Davis, and it's an absolute pleasure to be serving you here today. I've worked at a cafe in Houston called Blacksmith for the past 9 years and have always wanted to be on this stage. See, Blacksmith changed my life. It's where I met my wife. It's actually why I dropped out of college. But it's also where I found purpose in service. It's where I learned that my job could be so much more than just a way to make ends meet as an aspiring musician. And it's where I learned hospitality. Because we can make coffee taste great all day, but it's hospitality that's our lifeblood that pushes us forward to be the best cafe that we can be day in and day out. Today, I really hope to bring at least a small piece of Blacksmith to the stage. Blacksmith was founded by Greenway Coffee, and today I'll actually be showcasing a wonderful washed Ethiopian roasted by my friends Nolan and Eki at Greenway. But before we get started on that, I'm just getting a small component started, and we'll revisit this in the final course. So the coffee we'll be exploring today is from Sidama, Ethiopia, where the Dakamo family has been farming for over 25 years. It's an interesting indigenous varietal that actually placed 8th at Cup of Excellence last year, the only washed Ethiopian to receive such an honor. When we first received this coffee, I was taken aback by this amazing floral quality that I had never experienced in a washed Ethiopian before. And it was that florality that I chased tirelessly. Through pushing the roast development deeper than I ever anticipated we would, we were actually able to push that florality to the forefront. Now I'll be pulling these shots at a 50% brew ratio with 19 grams directly into the basket over 27 seconds. I'll be right back with your espressos. Now, as I bring these shots around, if you would, please feel free to visually evaluate the crema, but please hold off on tasting until after I'm done telling you all about this awesome coffee. This coffee has a medium body with a silky mouthfeel. And finishes as toasted cocoa nibs. The aromatics, you'll find that amazing florality that I fell in love with. It's big magnolia blossoms that remind me so much of home in the South. When you taste, you'll be immediately greeted by almonds and then Rainier cherries, followed by graham crackers. Now please, enjoy.
Let's give a big round of applause for Avery's espresso course.
Now, as excited as I was about this coffee, really nailing a milk course proved to be way more difficult than I ever anticipated. The delicate nuance that's in this coffee proved very easily overpowered by rich whole milk. So it's because of this that I'll actually be stopping the extraction short by 1 second, giving us a 26-second shot that has just the right amount of acidity to punch straight through rich whole milk. I'll be steaming this milk to 125 degrees to coax out as much of that wonderful naturally present sugar in the 4% whole milk, but also keeping this drink immediately enjoyable. I'll be right back with these. Now, I'm actually going to be texturing this milk closer to a flat white. That way there's no barrier between yourselves and the wonderful taste balance that we found playing between both the espresso and the milk. So the body on this coffee is that of chocolate mousse. On the finish, you'll find that that florality has actually returned, but it's made a bit of a transformation. It actually now presents itself as a black milk tea finish. The higher acidity in this shot will immediately have a lemon bar-like sweetness. Followed by German chocolate cake. And you'll find that the bright red fruits from the shot have now cooked down a bit as a sweet rhubarb pie. Now, if you would please enjoy.
Let's give a big round of applause for Avery's Milk Course.
Now, you may have noticed these extra shots that I pulled during the previous 2 courses. Since pulling these shots, these have actually been infusing with a dry lactose powder. And these will be what you're enjoying in your final course. Joining that lactic espresso is going to be 1 ounce of a eucalyptus tea. This is what I got going at the very beginning of the presentation. I steeped this at a higher concentration to allow as much eucalyptus flavor to incorporate into the beverage, but with adding the least amount of actual liquid to it. But I did want to take a brief moment to talk about this idea of hospitality again. I spent the last 2 years really meditating on this idea of hospitality and trying to find my own sense of purpose within this industry again. And it wasn't until preparing for this very competition that I was finally able to articulate exactly what that means to me. And to me, hospitality means love. And that is the inspiration behind your final course here. I'll be preparing an iced Americano of sorts, inspired by the very first time that I ever had coffee. It was served to me by my grandma on one of our many trips that we would take camping. Over the fire, she would bring water to a boil in an enamel kettle. And I, of course, was on fire duty. So it was always a fire that I would build of foraged Texas mesquite. And that's what's smoking beneath the glasses that you have in front of you. Now, if you would please grab the glass and take in the aromatics of the Texas campfire. Now, if you wouldn't mind, please place them face up on the marble trivet in front of you. Thank you. So now this is frozen hibiscus tea. I'll be stirring the lactic espresso and eucalyptus with this to both elongate and chill and actually fully incorporate everything. So now we have the full-bodied first shot that I pulled, the brighter second shot, 12 grams of dried lactose powder, an ounce of eucalyptus, and now I have added 40 grams of hibiscus tea. I'm serving you this drink today because it's evocative of the most important experience I've ever had with coffee, and that was one that was surrounded with love. So on the nose, you'll experience that sweet Texas mesquite that instantly transports me to a campfire. You'll taste warming spices like clove, nutmeg, and cinnamon, thanks to the espresso. That lactose powder brings a velvety mouthfeel to the party. Contrast from Grandma's French vanilla creamer. And the eucalyptus provides a dry, cooling, mentholated-like flavor. And that's all balanced out by the acidic, tart, cranberry juice-like quality in hibiscus. And then whenever finished with orange, that cool, dry eucalyptus is transformed into resinous pine that places this drink directly in the woods outside of my home, Houston, Texas. I hope that I was able to bring a sense of Houston to y'all. See, y'all. And I really hope to see y'all in Houston soon. Time.
All right, one more big round of applause for Avery Davis from Blacksmith out in Houston, Texas. Please come on over here.
Thank you.
That was a very lovely routine
Thank
showing the experience as well as the love for Houston.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure
always.
you got some love to give out as well if you'd like to thank anyone out in the crowd.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My wife, that's very emotional and crying right now. Yeah, I couldn't have done it without her because my home is an absolute wreck right now because I just have completely neglected everything in my life other than this. So thank you, Haley. The Blacksmith Greenway team, thank y'all for always, pushing me to be able to do something like this. DeCamo family for producing some amazing, amazing coffees. And then also the Blacksmith team, sorry that I would leave the shop a wreck from late night run-throughs. I appreciate y'all immensely.
Awesome. Let's give one more big round of applause for Avery Davis of Blacksmith Coffee out in Houston, Texas. All right, we're going to take another quick break, and we will be right back with a quick word from our sponsors.
It's not just the pride that you have in doing something that you really passionate about, is if other people are able to see it the way that you see it. What we're trying to do is to engage in that thought process of intention.